Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. In today's video, I'm going to show you 6 different, actually 7 different activities that you could do with kindergarten or preschool age children. And I am going to be doing these with my kids. In fact, I've done a few of them already. So if I show you an activity that I've already done with my kids, there might be a quick little clip in here so you can kind of see how it works with the children. You can see them working on it. Before I get started, if you've never seen a video on my channel before, I am a mom of 8 children and we homeschool our children. I'm a former teacher and now I have been homeschooling for 9 years. So that's a quick background. Let's get into these activities. Let me show you what we've got going on and yeah, let's go. Okay, so we're going to start out with this super duper easy activity. This activity is going to be helping my children to learn to sound out words, simple CVC words. So these are cards that I made years and years ago. They are just simple CVC cards that the kids can work on. They have all different vowels, so the vowels are in red in each word. There's a picture clue for each word. So what I had my children do is they would take a card, so we're going to just show you with this pig card here, and then I had them match it up with letters. You could use any kind of letter manipulatives you have. You might have magnetic letters, you might have puzzle letters. These are some letters that came from a little toy that we had. It was like alphabet soup. So I just put them in this tray here to organize them, and my kids had a lot of fun just taking the letters and sounding them out. So we would match them up. So we would get P, I, and G, and then what they did is literally they matched it up. So when they matched it up, they would have to say the sound P, I, G. And then this arrow tells us to blend the sound together. Pig, pig. So there's a 3-step process that I always use when we're sounding out words. And basically the 3-step process is you say the sounds separately. So P, I, G. Then you hold the sounds together. So you hold those sounds out. Pig. That's what the arrow is telling us to do. Kind of hold those sounds together. And then the last step, the 3rd step, is to say the whole word as if it's a word, because it is. So you would say pig. So let's do that again. It's P-I-G. Then you hold it out. Pig. Then you say the whole word. Pig. All right, so 3-step process. So that's what I had them do as they were matching up the letters. They were saying the word. So then after they would do one card, they would go ahead and grab another one and do the next card. This next activity is called Going Bananas for Sums, and it is a very simple addition activity. So it's basically introducing addition, and I'm sorry to say I'm going to have to do the rest of this video one-handed because I just broke my tripod. So here are the pieces. I was trying to turn my tripod to get it to tighten so that it would be in the right spot for the video, and it just completely broke. So I'm going to have to order myself a new tripod. So the rest of this video is going to be one-handed because I have to hold the tripod in place with the other hand. So this is going to be fun. All that to say, hopefully that this works out okay and I'm able to show you everything. All right, so Going Bananas for Sums. Now I made this activity years and years ago, and it's a lot of fun because it has a little theme to it. So as you can see, it has a monkey theme. And it comes with these addition cards here. It comes with these number cards, and then I don't know if you can see that. All the number cards have like a little monkey on them. And then it comes with bananas, okay, little banana cards. And what they do is they take an addition card, so let's take the rest of these off, and we'll just put one addition card on our mat here. It also comes with this little working mat. And so they put it here, and it says 2 plus 4 equals. So what they're going to do is they're going to put 2 bananas in the 10 frame on this side. Okay, and then plus 4, so we're going to put 4 bananas on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that makes how many altogether? So then the children can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 bananas plus 4 bananas makes 6 bananas. So they can use their cards then to put their answer up here, okay? Or since I actually have these little monkeys with numbers on them. So these are from Lakeshore Learning, and they're just little monkeys with numbers on them. That's all they are. And I took out all the numbers up through 10, and what I'm going to have them do is I'm just going to have them use those to answer the math problem. So once they've counted 2 plus 4 equals 6, then they're going to get their 6 monkey, and they're going to put him in the answer spot. Okay, so there's the first one. So then they would just go on. They would take another card and try another one. So I just have very, very simple problems in here. So here's one that's 5 plus 2. So then they would put 5 bananas on this side, and they would go ahead and put 2 on this side. So 5, 6, 7, and then they would find their answer. So you kind of get the idea now of how this activity works. Okay, this next activity is a new one that I just created, and this activity is helping children learn to count to 20. So this activity was specifically made to be used with a sensory bin, but it doesn't have to be used with a sensory bin. You could just do the activity completely on its own as well. But I have a sensory bin here, and so we're going to do it with this sensory bin. So basically it comes with all sorts of different mats. This mat is completely filled with numbers to 20. And then it also comes with missing number mats. So this one is missing, and here's another one. There's many variations, so different numbers missing all the way to 20. And what then the children will do is, for your very early children who are really need help learning to count to 20, you would give them the mat that has all the numbers. Now, by the way, I give one of these mats in the download, so you would need to print 2 of them if you want to have a full mat without any missing numbers, because you're also going to want to print the numbers. So I printed one out, and then I cut them out. So here you can see I cut out some of the, I cut out all the numbers in the first one that I printed out, and then the second one that I printed out, I just left like this, and I put it in this little pocket protector. Okay, so I laminated my pieces here, my numbers, okay, and I put some of them in this, hidden in this little sensory bin. Now this sensory bin here just has a bunch of stuff for them to play around in. So it has sand, it has some pom-poms. My kids love playing with pom-poms. And then just has these little characters here, these little toys that they can kind of connect together and they can play with in the sand. So just a few things for their little senses there, but mostly it also has the numbers. And you would hide all of the numbers in the sand. I don't have them all hidden here, but you would hide them all. And then basically they would find a number and they would match it to the mat. So here I found 18, so I'm gonna match that to my mat. And then I found 17, so I'm gonna match that to my mat. And I found 7, so I would match that to my mat, and so on. Okay, so that's how this activity works, and the same thing for those missing number sheets. So the kids will look in their sensory bin, and as they're playing in their sensory bin, they will find the missing numbers and put them in the spot. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, friends, I'm back to this activity. One of my kiddos woke up, so I had to go take care of that, and so this is a little bit later that you're seeing me film this. So I normally film at night when my kids are asleep, and one of them woke up, so that was fun. So I'm just having all sorts of problems filming today, between my tripod breaking and children waking up. So anyways, let's see if we can get through the rest of this video. So one thing I did is I'm going to show you that you can actually, instead of using the paper numbers that I provide, if you have magnetic numbers or puzzle piece numbers like I have, you can use those. So this is a set of puzzle piece numbers that go all the way up to 20. It's a Melissa and Doug puzzle. And what I did is, for this particular mat, I hid just the numbers that are missing in my sensory bin. So then the kids would find the different numbers and they would place them on the mat using the puzzle pieces instead of the little cutouts. So they're a little bit big, but they still work pretty good. So anyways, they would go ahead and they would find their numbers in their sensory bin and they would match them all up to the missing spots. So then they could count 1 through 20, just like so. Okay? All right, so there is also another component to this activity. So I'm going to show you that as well. So besides all of these different missing number mats, it also comes with counting cards. So these are the counting cards, and they all have stars on them. So they have 10 frames of stars that look like this. Okay, see if I can get you zoomed in. It's hard with my tripod being broken here. But what the kids would do is they would have to count the stars and then find the number that matches in their sensory bin, or if you're not even using a sensory bin, then you would just have the numbers off to the side for them to match up. So this is 7, right? 5, 6, 7, 7 stars. So they would find their 7 and they would match it up to the card. You could also, for this activity, use your number pieces that you had. So instead of the 7 card, you could use your 7 puzzle piece and match it up that way. So there are numbers all the way to 20. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? Because there's a group of 10 and 4. Some children will actually be able to see that if they've used 10 frames a lot. They'll see that this is 10 and then they could count 11, 12, 13, 14. That would be a really advanced preschooler, but kindergartners could probably do that. So if you have kindergartners or you just have an advanced child, but otherwise they might have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and count every single one, which is fine too. And then once they count it, then you would have them match up the number either with their puzzle pieces like I'm going to do, or the numbers that I, provide with the activity. So there is that activity. Let's move on to another one. So this activity is called Popcorn Flip and Count. It's an older activity that I made a couple of years ago, and it is all about teen numbers. So this goes with my early learners math curriculum. By the way, any activities that you see here in this video, I will have linked below in the description box of this video. I also have started linking my Amazon affiliate store. So if you see manipulatives that I've used in this video, like these trays or any of the other manipulatives, like numbers and puzzles and things like that, you will probably find them in my Amazon affiliate store. So there is a link below to that as well. All right, so getting that out of the way, let's go through what this activity is. So you get the mat, and then you get the little popcorn pieces, and what the kids do is they flip over a card, and it will have a number. So this card has the number 11. So they are going to count out their popcorn pieces to 11. 1, 2, 3, like so on. 4, 5, and they are going to fill up 7, 8, their popcorn bin with 9, 10, 11, with all of the pieces that it says, okay? And then you can go back and you can lay these out and make sure that they counted correctly, or if you're doing it with them, you'll know that they counted correctly. Okay, then after they've counted those pieces, sorry guys, I'm having a hard time with my tripod here, then they would flip again. So it's popcorn, flip, and count. So the next one is 12. They're not in order by any means, but that one was. So anyways, they would flip again, and then they would count out that many popcorn pieces. We actually did this activity already this week before I'm filming this, so I will throw in a clip of the kiddos working on this one here. activity, super simple. It's another teen number counting activity. It's called Robot Teen Number Center. And again, this comes from my early learners math curriculum. You don't have to have the whole curriculum to get this activity or to get any of the activities. I sell the activities separately. So if you just want, you see something that you want and you don't need the whole curriculum, you can do that too. So links below. But this one, basically they just count the robots and then they use their clips. I have a little basket of clips here and they clip it on the numbers. So 4, 8, 13. All right, so I clipped it on number 13. So after they do that, they would go on to the next one. Now, something you can add to this is if your children are having a hard time counting, just touching with their finger, you can use manipulatives. So I have pom-poms with magnets attached, and they can place one on top of each robot as they count. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And that just kind of helps them count it if they're having trouble touching with their finger. Okay, so you can use little erasers to do that as well. Those might actually fit better with this activity. But I have these out because the next activity I'm going to show you uses these. So just to give you an idea. But so there's that activity. Next activity is another brand new activity. It's called Counting to 20 or Numbers to 20. So I love that it has a springtime theme. I did that on purpose because it is springtime, and we've also been working in science on the plant world. So this just goes perfectly with what we're working on in science as well, because it kind of brings it in. So for this activity, there are cards, and each card has a number of flowers on them. And the children have to count the flowers and match up the number. So very simple, but what you want to use with this activity is what I was showing you earlier is little pom-poms, okay? So I always attach my pom-poms to magnets because you can, they can stick. Like if I have a cookie sheet, they'll stick. But also because it provides a flat surface so they don't go rolling around, and they're just much easier for the kids to put down and they stay in one spot. Okay, so the reason you want to use these is these are what you're going to use to count. So let me just grab one card. So the children will grab one card, they'll put it in front of them, and in order to count, they're going to use these pom-poms, and they're going to place one inside the middle of each of these flowers. So 1, 2, and they're going to count as they do it. 3, 4, 5. So now we know that we have 5 flowers here. And then they can use their number pieces here, find their 5, and place it in the box. And then they are done with that card, and they can go on to another one. Now I did the numbers all the way up through 20. So you can see, like this card, they're going to be counting a whole lot. So you're going to want at least 20 of the little pom-poms, okay? But I really wanted to make some new activities because my kids just really needed some more practice with counting to 20, and I had a few activities from my early learners math curriculum, but I just wanted to freshen it up. So I made a couple new activities. Now, another thing that I thought I might bring in to this activity is another number puzzle. So this is a different number puzzle that goes all the way to 20, and this is another Melissa and Doug puzzle. And you can see how the pieces match. So instead, again, of using these pieces, we might go ahead and use the pieces up there. So let's count this one. So this one I'm gonna just put, one on each as I count. 1, 2, 9. Okay, so here I have 9 flowers, and so then the children would just look on their puzzle and they would take out the number 9 and place it in the box. Okay, so just like that. And yeah, I'm excited to do this activity with my kiddos. We haven't tried it yet. It's brand new. I just laminated it and got it all set up. So again, this one will be linked below. And if you already own my Ultimate Preschool Activity Bundle, I added this activity to it. So you do not have to purchase it. You can just go download it for free. Okay, and that bundle will also be linked below. Okay, this last activity is called Fishing for More, and it's an addition activity. It's more of an introduction to what addition really is. Okay, so what it is, it comes with the little fish bowl. It comes with 2 different kinds of fish cards, and then it comes with these cards with numbers on them. So what the children will do is they'll have a card. So this card says you need 1 of this kind of fish. So they will find the matching fish and they'll put 1 of those in their fish bowl. Then they need 4 more of this kind of fish. So they're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 of those kind of fish in there. Now, if you notice, this one has a paper clip on it because you can actually have them fish if you want to with a magnetic fishing pole and then match it up to the paper clip. But I don't think I want to do that this time, but that is a fun extension to this activity. All right, so once they have put 1 of this type of fish and 4 of the trout or whatever this kind of fish is in there, then they are going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 fish altogether. And then you want some manipulatives. I just have these numbers here, and I would have them find the 5 and place it at the top of their fish bowl. So now I have 5 altogether. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Okay, then they can start over. So you could take those fish out, take your number off. You can use like magnetic numbers, whatever you have laying around. Or you can just use a dry erase marker and they could write their answer at the top. So this one, I flip to the next card. It has 2, so it says you need 2 of these kind of fish in your fish bowl, and then you need 2 of the other kind of fish. How many are all together? So of course they're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to find their number 4. And now we have that one. Okay, so they'll just keep on going and practicing adding up all the numbers for whatever they find, on the cards. Okay, friends, that was the last activity for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you staying to the end, and we will see you in the next video. Happy learning. Bye.